Detroit, Michigan, aka Motor City, hashtag Hitsville, USA. I was told if I come here that I'll never forget it, and so I wanted to put that to the test. So I had some brothers meet me and escort me around the city, and I'm always excited to explore new areas, as it is always the highlight of my trip. And our first stop was to head downtown to do some sightseeing, and off we went, galloping with our steel horses along the freeway. And although we were riding at warp speed like the Starship Enterprise, it felt as if we were floating like a dandelion in the wind. And soon skyscrapers towered above us as we made it to our first stop. The Joe Louis fist represents the power of his punch both inside and outside of the ring. Because of Lewis's efforts to fight Jim Crow laws, the fist was symbolically a statement against racism. So we continued along on our ride, maneuvering through the city, and I saw some things that just made me smile, like the apartment from one of my favorite shows, Martin. But next up was Belle Isle Park. Owned by the city of Detroit, Belle Isle is managed as a state park by the Michigan Department of Natural Resources through a 30-year lease initiated in 2013. It was previously a city park. Belle Isle Park is the largest city-owned park in the United States, and Belle Isle is the third largest island in the Detroit River, after Grosse Isle and Fighting Island. It is connected to the mainland by the MacArthur Bridge. Right, so it's kind of dark, but we're at the Great Lakes Museum, and we're gonna check out some stuff. The Dossin Great Lakes Museum is an historical maritime museum. This museum places special interest on Detroit's role on the national and regional maritime history. The 16,000 square foot museum features exhibits such as one of the largest collections of model ships in the world and the bow anchor of the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, which went down in a storm in 1975. There's a cool bit of history in the museum and plenty of things to interact with, as well as the view of the river, which in my opinion is one of the best things to me. We wouldn't stay too long at the museum, and soon we left and continued around the island. And to be quite frank, I was surprised to see the amount of personal boats and other watercraft on the river. We soon came upon a beach, and it just blew my mind because I always associated the north with the cold, but the people were out and I saw more bikinis than a pool party on spring break. My brother had led me through a few back streets to another area that sat along the river, and we hung out, got a bite to eat, and we just chatted it up for a little while, and we watched as the boats passed by. I didn't realize that I was just a stone's throw away from Canada. But up next was Hitsville, USA, aka the Motown Museum. Sadly, the area is closed for renovation, but that just gave me another opportunity to come back and really check it out. But I'm here now, and I get a little look at it. Hitsville, USA. Motown, baby. Sensing my disappointment from not being able to really interact with the Motown Museum, my brother was feeding off my energy like multiple plugs in the outlet, and he wanted to just show me more and more and more. And so we went deeper into the city to see some of what Detroit, Michigan has to offer. And we would wind up riding into the major league stadiums located into the heart of the city. So, man, this whole little area in Detroit, what's it called? Is it
just downtown Detroit?
It's just downtown, nothing
Downtown
specific.
Detroit, yeah.
But you got Ford Field right here. You got Comerica Park right there. I didn't even know it was like literally across the street. You know what I'm saying? So I could just imagine on game days, like that's what those things are for. Like they stop the traffic and stuff, right?
Yep.
So they stop the traffic. They got the little blockades or whatever that they raise up on game days to stop people from driving through this area. But it's nice, and all this stuff look new, like brand new. Like all this look like it was built like a couple of years ago. Hey man, so it's lit out here, downtown Comerica Park. You feel me? They getting it. We out here, man. It's nice, y'all. I couldn't ask for nothing better on my trip up to Canada, stopping through Detroit. After touring Ford Field and Comerica Park, along with the Fox Theater, it was time for us to go. And I cannot thank my guys enough for the hospitality and brotherhood on display. Some people think that brotherhood is an automatic thing, that is simply given, but it's not. It's something that is forged, like a hammer in a hot fire, with both sides beating on it to strengthen it. But before I head back to Louisiana, I wanted to stop at the local Harley to get my bike checked out. The service department closed at 7 and I made it there at approximately 2 p.m. Here at Motown Harley Davison. Gonna see if I get my bike checked out, y'all.
A few moments later.
So I don't know if y'all heard what they was like, nah, we can't really do anything. It's gonna be pushing it or whatever. That's not good service to me. If I sit up here and I just told you that I've, traveled a great long distance and X, Y, Z, you should be, or at least trying to be more accommodating, seeing if you get somebody to assist me before I leave out or whatever the case is. But it's all good. It's all good. Although I was more disappointed than a kid receiving a lump of coal on Christmas, I had plenty to be thankful for. My health, my family, my friends, and my brothers. And of course, Bessie, who has once again taken me safely on another trip. Be grateful for those who are there for you now, because they may not be here tomorrow. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And please like, share, and subscribe. And this is GQ, the leader of the Peace Army, telling you guys to be safe, be cool, and most importantly, be you. And peace out until we meet another day. Thank you.